So I pray everybody is having a blessed day. This is something that I'm realizing as a Christian as well too. Like, man, God really be protecting us, especially like us the people that are single and stuff like that. God really be protecting us from dodging bullets and stuff like that. Like, I just saw something and I'm like, man. And I realized, like, even in the waiting and stuff like that, like, I realized that, like, there's patience even in the waiting and stuff like that, especially like for God, for your partner and stuff like that. Because a lot of times, like, people will get into a marriage and stuff like that just so that, you know what I'm saying, just so they are able to fornicate and stuff like that. But the reality is, like, marriage is just not built off of just like being able to fornicate and stuff like that. Like, you got to think the emotional aspect of it. You got to think of, like, the spiritual aspect of it. You got to think about covering. You got to think about so many other things. And it's not only you, but it's people within their bloodline. And you got to think about what they got in their bloodline as well. So it just goes beyond just the physical as well too. So, like, listen, like, continue to wait on God if he's telling you to wait. Continue to be celibate and stuff like that, because the reality is, it's like, man, like, it be like people rushing and you see, like, years down the line, like, like, God never ordained or called that person to be like with that person. You know what I'm saying? But they chose it. And it's a thing that we gotta stop doing as Christians, is that we gotta stop, saying just because somebody else is Christian that's your spouse. No, that is wrong. If God never said that's your spouse, baby, that ain't your spouse. That's who you chose to be your spouse. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hard reality, honestly. And I might, make some people mad with this video, but it is what it is. Truth is truth. That's the reality of it. The Bible says if God didn't build it, when God puts together, let no man separate, right? So literally, if God didn't build it, it's gonna fail in some type of way or capacity and stuff like that. And you see a lot of times, even when God don't ordain marriages and stuff like that, you see at some point or some way it's gonna end up crumbling and stuff like that. But when God builds it, it's gonna be built strong. It's gonna be able to last like the test of time, because the Bible literally talks about, like, what love is and what love is not, right? So, like, if you're a Christian, even if you're not a Christian, just be patient and wait for whoever God has for you. So whoever he has for you is going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying?